In a world where public figures are often defined by carefully managed appearances and formal engagements, it is the quiet, unguarded moments that tend to resonate most deeply with people. Recently, Prince William shared such a moment, one that did not involve grand speeches, dramatic announcements, or historic ceremonies. Instead, it was a subtle, deeply human experience that offered a rare glimpse into the emotional life of the future king. This quiet emotional moment has captured attention not because it was loud or extraordinary, but because it felt authentic. It reminded many observers that behind the royal titles, responsibilities, and centuries old traditions stands a man navigating personal reflection, duty, and compassion in a rapidly changing world. Prince William has spent most of his life in the public eye. From an early age, he was aware that his life would unfold under constant observation. As the eldest son of King Charles III, his path was largely defined by responsibility long before he had the freedom to choose it for himself. Over the years, the public has seen him grow from a young boy walking behind his mother's coffin into a confident royal figure, husband, and father. Each stage of his life has been shaped by both privilege and pressure. These experiences have influenced the way he approaches his role today, with a calm seriousness, emotional intelligence, and a growing sense of empathy. The recent emotional moment shared by Prince William feels like the natural outcome of these lived experiences. It reflects maturity, reflection, and an understanding that leadership is not only about strength, but also about emotional awareness. Not all meaningful moments arrive with headlines or dramatic backdrops. Sometimes the most powerful expressions of emotion are found in silence, in a pause, a thoughtful look, or a moment of stillness. Prince William's quiet emotional moment stood out precisely because it was understated. There were no theatrics, no deliberate attempts to draw attention. Instead, it felt genuine, as though the emotions surfaced naturally rather than being carefully staged. In today's media driven environment, this kind of authenticity is increasingly rare. Public figures are often expected to perform rather than simply be. That is why moments like this resonate so strongly with audiences. They feel real, relatable, and deeply human. A reflection of personal values. Prince William has long been associated with causes that emphasize mental health, family well being, and community support. His involvement in initiatives focused on emotional resilience and open conversations around mental health has helped reshape public dialogue in meaningful ways. This quiet, emotional moment aligns closely with those values. It was not about vulnerability for attention, but about presence and sincerity. Observers noted how the moment reflected compassion and self awareness, qualities that are increasingly valued in modern leadership. Rather than distancing himself behind royal formality, Prince William appeared fully engaged and emotionally present. This approach reinforces the idea that leadership today benefits from empathy just as much as authority. Fatherhood has clearly played a significant role in shaping Prince William's outlook. As a devoted father to Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, he often speaks about the importance of creating a stable, loving environment for his children. Balancing royal duty with family life is no small task, yet those close to Prince William frequently note how central his role as a father is to his identity. This grounding influence is evident in the way he carries himself, calm, thoughtful, and deeply conscious of the example he sets. The emotional moment many witnessed seemed to carry echoes of this personal dimension. It felt like the reflection of a man who understands both the weight of his public role and the importance of emotional connection within private life. Public reaction. Why the moment resonated. The response to Prince William's quiet emotional moment was overwhelmingly positive. Across social media and public commentary, many expressed appreciation for the sincerity and calm dignity he displayed. People often connect most strongly with moments that feel unscripted. In this case, the lack of spectacle allowed viewers to project their own experiences and emotions onto the moment. It became less about royalty and more about shared humanity. For many, it was a reminder that emotional strength does not require dramatic expression. Sometimes it is found in restraint, reflection, and the courage to remain present without explanation. The British monarchy has evolved significantly over the past few decades. Modern royals are expected to be approachable, emotionally intelligent, and socially aware, while still upholding tradition. Prince William represents this evolution in many ways. His approach is neither overly distant nor overly familiar. Instead, he maintains a careful balance, respecting royal protocol while allowing space for genuine connection. This emotional moment fits seamlessly into that broader narrative. It shows a future king who understands that relevance in the modern world comes not from perfection, but from authenticity and empathy. Emotional intelligence as leadership. Leadership in the 21st century increasingly values emotional intelligence. The ability to listen, reflect, and respond with empathy is now seen as a strength rather than a weakness. Prince William's moment of quiet emotion reflects this shift. Rather than hiding emotion behind formality, he allowed it to exist naturally within the boundaries of his role. This subtle openness reinforces trust and connection with the public. It also sends an important message, particularly to younger generations, that emotional awareness is compatible with strength, responsibility, and leadership. In an age where news cycles often focus on controversy or dramatic conflict, moments of quiet reflection can feel almost revolutionary. Prince William's emotional moment stood in contrast to the sensational narratives that frequently dominate headlines. There was no attempt to shock or provoke. Instead, the moment invited reflection. It encouraged audiences to slow down and consider the human side of public service. This contrast may be one reason the moment lingered in public consciousness longer than many louder stories. It offered something different, calm in a noisy world. The role of media in shaping perception. Media coverage plays a powerful role in shaping how such moments are perceived. In this case, the respectful tone adopted by many outlets helped preserve the authenticity of the moment. Rather than exaggerating or sensationalizing, much of the coverage focused on context, meaning, and emotional impact. This allowed audiences to engage with the moment on their own terms. It also highlights the importance of responsible storytelling, especially when covering emotional expressions from public figures. Looking ahead, what this moment suggests. While the moment itself was brief, its significance may be long-lasting. It offers insight into how Prince William may continue to shape his role in the years ahead. As he prepares for greater responsibilities in the future, moments like this suggest a leadership style grounded in empathy, reflection, and quiet confidence. These qualities may prove invaluable in navigating the challenges of modern monarchy. Rather than relying solely on tradition, Prince William appears poised to lead with emotional awareness, an approach that resonates deeply with contemporary society. Ultimately, the reason this quiet, emotional moment mattered is simple. It reminded people that even those born into extraordinary circumstances experience ordinary emotions. Behind the titles and ceremonial duties is a person shaped by love, loss, responsibility, and hope, much like anyone else. This shared humanity is what allows public figures to connect meaningfully with the people they serve. Prince William's moment did not demand attention. It simply existed, and in doing so, it spoke volumes. Conclusion: strength and stillness. Prince William sharing a quiet, emotional moment may not go down in history as a landmark event, yet its impact lies precisely in its subtlety. In a world often drawn to noise and spectacle, this moment offered stillness. It showed that leadership does not always need words, and that emotion does not always need explanation. Through calm presence and quiet reflection, Prince William once again demonstrated why he continues to resonate with so many, not just as a royal figure, but as a thoughtful, emotionally aware individual navigating duty with humanity.